Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PSN review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which if you've never played it before, it's basically a fighting game, beat 'em up game, whatever the hell you want to call it. At the start you've got a load of things, well, a few things to do to be fair. You've got the single player, the multiplayer which is online, you've got the scoreboards which you can view, and then you've got the helping options, which basically means you can change video and audio settings and that, and you can also customise your controls. Always the most important thing for me with a game of this type, because I never like the predetermined ones. You've then, from there, got arcade mode, training mode and score attack mode, which I'll show the score attack mode off, but it is, to be fair, pretty simple. Arcade mode though, choose your difficulty level, and then you just get a whole host of characters to choose from. 56 characters, all unlocked right at the start. The only one you can't actually play as is like the boss modes, which you can understand why when you actually see them, because the whole point is you go through the arcade mode, beating the crap out of everyone until you get the boss. There's 8 stages overall, and you just fight 3 people every time over 1 round. So, just going to choose 3 random fighters here. To be fair, I might as well choose my favourites. When you choose a character, you can actually choose which type you want them to be. It'll tell you what their recommended type is, so I'll just bring it up again. So, Cable here, his recommended type is projectile, but you can make him anti-air or variety if you want to. But I'll pretty much just go for the recommended, because there's the reason they're recommended, really. However, I do know people like to change and mix them up. But anyway, on to some fighting. So, there we go. I mean, it's just basically a standard game. You've got your health bars, you can swap your characters in and out at any time, you can call for assist. And just before anyone says, but there are more types than what you've just mentioned there, well, yes, that's just because it was Cable. Because, for example, here, Jill is a heal type, so there are different types. It's just one of those things, you have to basically find which characters you'd rather be and which powers and that. And it's just the usual fighter stuff, really. And with 56 characters, hell, finding out which characters are right for you alone is going to take a good couple of hours. So there's definitely some gameplay in this. One of the cool things you can do though, it's one of the things I really like about the title, despite hating it on Street Fighter games, because I don't think they need to be in Street Fighter games, you can do ultimate power things, and with this, you can't just do them for your own character, you can bring in all of your characters, but it does use a large amount of this, well, the bar in the bottom left corner basically. And it's just really cool, you can have powers like that and they'll all mix up, and so like you can have, hell, you can have 3 Iron Men doing their laser beam attack and it'll take over 100 hits and loads of damage. You can pretty much kill someone, or you could have a mix of all sorts of things like what I've got with these characters, where Cable uses his kind of like Ghostbuster gun, Iron Man uses his Cable there, and Jill uses Iron Man uses Cable there, Iron Man uses laser there, and Jill basically uses the rocket launcher and that. So all the characters have got tons of different powers, some that you'll basically recognise from the games, because Jill can like call forth zombies and zombie dogs and that, Cerberuses and that, from the Resident Evil games, but it's just one of those things. As I say, it'll take a good couple of hours to find the characters that are right for you. So anyway, onto the score battle mode. Well, this is score attack mode. It is simple in the way of, you beat the crap out of them for high scores. That really is it. I did say it was simple. It's the type of thing that hopefully no one will shout me at, because I did warn you that it is very simple. But the whole point is, as I say, beat the crap out of them for high scores. It's a fun little mode, it's a nice little extra I suppose, but it's one of those things that the main part of the game really isn't in the arcade, and it isn't in this, it's in the multiplayer. And the fact that it's got online will please many, but it will also anger and infuriate more, because it's the type of thing that these are arcade games, and the amount of people who don't like online on these are actually a lot more than you'd think, because online means lag, and lag means terrible like fighting experiences, so people would rather just play with people sitting next to them. And to be fair, I am actually one of those people with fighting games, because Street Fighter 4, when I had it, the amount of lag I'd receive, it can just ruin a game basically. It's one of those things that it's good that it's there, because there are some people who really want it, but it's also good that you're not forced into playing it. Although to be fair, if you want trophies and that, and achievements, you are, because they are pretty much an online only thing. There's only a few that are for the arcade mode, which is a bit of a shame. This though here is one of the things that I actually wanted to show off. It's basically that you can actually move around before the start of a fight. And it's one of the things that I really like about the game, because it means you can set up a first attack. Of course though, the other person can move, so you've got to be careful not to get backed into a corner by a big brute like the Hulk, because chances are he's going to pummel you one as soon as you come out. Or with Zangief or something, he might be able to, like if the guy you're playing against really good, he might be able to start right next to you and perform a spinning pile driver. So it's one of the things that I like, but there's a few people who I don't think liked it that much. To be fair, my mate hated it, simply because I used to be that guy who could spinning pile driver. But anyway, there's not really much left to mention, other than that graphically the game looks fantastic, musically it sounds even better, so I'm just going to shut up for a bit and let you listen to some of it. So, there we go then, that was a bit of the music, and to be fair, that's everything I've got to say about the game, other than that if you like the genre, this is fantastic. They've done a great job porting it. With the last Street Fighter big HD remix port that they've done, I did notice a few glitches here or there the more I played it, but with this, the more I've played it, the more I love it, and remembered how much it was just like amazing the first time I had it. I haven't really noticed anything different at all, other than that I missed it. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.